If you're watching this video, then chances are you're either looking for last-minute gifts for someone you love or maybe just for yourself. Here are some gifts that you can get for yourself or someone you love relatively fast from either Amazon or a local shop like either Best Buy or Target or whatever is nearby. Now, I'll have links to all of these down in the description below if you're interested in getting one of these for yourself. And if you want to learn about any of these, and I've done a video review of them, I have links down below in the video description as well as the pinned comment too. Now, if you are new to the AR space and you've been thinking about getting into it, now would actually be a really great time to jump in because Rokit is having some awesome sales on their website. And I recently reviewed the Rokit AR Spatial, but you're probably wondering what that is and whether or not someone would even want to get something like this. If you have the Rokit Station 2, then you have the kind of like this multi-screen immersive experience to have 3 different application windows running at the same time. And it kind of feels like an ultra-wide 21:9 view, which is honestly perfect for multitasking. And you can have this simulated 300-inch screen in front of you, which is great for watching either movies, playing games, and it even supports a 3D audio for an immersive experience. Now, the Station 2 also provides you with a rich ecosystem of Android apps right then and there from your fingertips. And there are some apps that are even designed to work specifically in the Rokit AR Spatial experience that's there. But honestly, I think that the biggest thing with this is the glasses themselves. They have a huge, like, just broad compatibility that's there. So like with the Station 2, you can stream games through either Steam, Moonlight, PS Remote Play, or xCloud. And if you have these glasses and connect them directly into your PC handheld, like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally, or even some retro handhelds or tablets, I mean, you name it. As long as there's a video out, you're going to get an awesome experience and you'll be good to go. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. Now, this all combined helps provide an experience that's kind of like the Apple Vision Pro, but at 1/5 of the cost. It has almost all of the same key features that are there, so it's perfect for a techie enthusiast in your family or group of friends. Now, I think that there is a huge spectrum when it comes to retro handhelds and retro gaming as a whole. You can either go with the more budget-conscious side of things, so there's nothing wrong with that, or you can go with the crazy premium option with all of the bells and whistles that are out there. Now, one of my favorite budget options that are out there, even to this day, is the Anbernic RG35XX SP. I think that this is awesome if you like the SP format. Now, if you prefer to go more towards the RG34XX SP, which is the newer version of that, then that's fine too. But I prefer the 35XX SP just because it has a larger screen. But if you're looking for something that is more perfect for playing Game Boy Advance specifically, I mean, none of the other games, just Game Boy Advance and nothing else, then the 34XX SP I think is the way to go. But if you want to play a lot of the retro library that's out there without any of the issues of a smaller screen, then yeah, go with the 35XX SP. Now, if you have a little bit more money to splurge and prefer a more premium experience, then I would definitely recommend the AYN Thor. This has been my personal go-to when it comes to retro gaming this year. It has a premium feel, it runs games beautifully, and I just can't complain about it. It does everything that I want out of a handheld and then some. It took a little bit of time to set up, don't get me wrong, but I've got a whole video about this down below, so definitely check it out if you're interested in 3DS, 2DS, or just having a dual screen setup for retro emulation. I'm a photographer and videographer by day, so I've always loved drones for both photo and video and the interesting angles that it provides, but almost everything that needs to be filmed these days is at least a 2-man job. One is for the operator of the drone itself, and then the other one is for the subject. So it kind of sucks when I want to go ahead and record something myself. With the Hover Air X1 Pro Max, that's not the case. Honestly, this thing is awesome. I mean, check this thing out and how easily it takes off and lands from the palm of my hand. This is the world's first 8K self-flying action camera, and as far as I know, this is the only 8K flying camera that is under $1,000. It comes with everything that you need in the box to start filming with it. For the camera nerds that are out there like me, the X1 Pro Max has a 1.3 CMOS sensor with a custom 7-layer lens that can do up to 14 stops of the dynamic range. and a 107-degree field of view. Now, the X1 Pro, which is the, step down, can do up to 4K 60 FPS and has a 104-degree field of view. I'd recommend the X1 Pro Max just because, there's 4K 120 FPS, and that also has a slow-mo motion captured, which looks beautiful. It looks absolutely amazing. And the Pro Max version has plenty of onboard storage as well with 64 gigabytes. And there's H.264 encoding. If you want more though, you can easily expand it with a 1 terabyte microSD card and boom, like you're set and ready to go. If you're biking or skiing, this supports up to 42 kilometers per hour follow speeds and 60 kilometer per hour instantaneous tracking with level 5 wind resistance. There's AI that's built into this, just like everything else. So it follows the subject's pretty quickly and it follows it with precision and closeness. The battery provides 16 minutes of flight time and a maximum flight height of 120 meters. But if you're outdoors recording, you can always toggle on an omni-terrain function that kind of navigates its way over water, snow, cliffs, and even low light environments. They also have a beacon that you can use to control the Hover Air drone if you want, but there's also an app that honestly works just as well when it comes to tweaking settings and getting everything just right for your content. If you're ready to elevate your video or get epic family photos with the palm of your hand, then check out the link that I have down below and grab yours today. Oh, and Hover Air is sponsoring this video, so thanks to Hover Air for that. No matter what kind of tech you have, sometimes you need a little bit of extra juice. Now, Ugreen has sponsored a lot of videos on my channel, but they aren't sponsoring this one. I still use their tech on the regular. I've been using everything from their docks to their AC adapters to power banks, but I like this one by far. It has a built-in USB-C cable that has up to 100 watts of total power output. And if you combine all of the USB-C and USB-A outputs that are here, you can get up to 165 watts. And that's plenty of juice to go around, and this thing lasts a long time. This has 20,000 milliamp hours built into this thing, and it's just easy to take with me whenever I'm traveling and I'm out and about. This is just an easy recommendation. I'll have a link down below for this one as well. Now, PC handheld players, they've been eating good for the last couple of years, and this year, despite raising prices and RAM and all sorts of things that are happening with the ever-growing AI bubble that's there are still some solid deals even as of now. I have a couple of different options that are here. If you're looking for the beginner-friendly budget option, then I would recommend either the Steam Deck. Yes, even today, I would still recommend the Steam Deck or the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. If you plan on playing Call of Duty or Apex Legends or anything that needs any sort of anti-cheat software, then you're going to want Windows, and that's when I would recommend the Xbox Ally. But if you're going to be playing indie games or really want something that just sticks with Valve and SteamOS as a whole, then go with the Steam Deck. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're trying to find something for a friend or family member, I would still recommend the Xbox Ally. I feel like that's just a really good option in today's day and age. Both are currently around $500. You can find them in the used market for relatively cheap. Right now, you can find it for $400, the Xbox Ally for $489 over at Best Buy and Amazon as well. I have videos talking about both of these down below. Feel free to go ahead and check them out. Now, if you have a little bit more money, like I'm talking like double that, then you could always look into the Xbox Ally X. This is this year's best bang for your buck option, at least in my opinion. Technically, you can go with an older Ally X, which is different, and I'll have links down below to videos talking about both of them. But yeah, the Xbox Ally X is perfect for PC gamers that love the Xbox and Windows ecosystem, and they can even tweak further if they want to. This one will run you $1,000. So like I said, double of what we were talking about for the previous option. Now, if you're okay spending a little bit more, I'm talking about like, even more and going for an even larger screen, that I would definitely recommend the Lenovo Legion Go 2. It's honestly the way to go because it's got an OLED screen that's absolutely beautiful and immaculate, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a similar processor to the Xbox Ally X. Now, I haven't finished my review of it yet, but I did compare it to the Xbox Ally X. So if you want to see that video, I'll have that link down below. But it's kind of essentially the Mercedes-Benz of the PC handheld space right now. It's sold out in a lot of places, but if you want one and you find it, buy it. This one will run you around $1,350. That's $1,350. And there technically is a cheaper version that comes with half the RAM and a weaker processor, but it's still a pretty solid option if you're looking to go the Lenovo route on things. Okay, I love 8BitDo. I've been a fan of them for years, and their controllers have always been top tier for me. They offer plenty of flexibility across multiple platforms, so if you buy one, chances are you could probably use it for your Xbox, your PC, your Switch, Steam, everything. And the price is always fair. They always have plenty of options, but by far, my favorite is the Ultimate 2 wireless controller. If you're looking to get one, go with that. Trust me, you're going to love the way that it feels. You're going to love the way that it functions with everything. It's honestly awesome. And even with all of that, all this tech is great and all, but it's a lot to carry around when you're going to take this with you someplace. I would definitely recommend getting a bag of some kind. And this specifically, I would recommend getting a TomTalk bag. Their bags are absolutely awesome. I have plenty of sling bags. They have sponsored the channel before in the past, but I honestly use them whenever I go to CES, whenever I go to Taiwan, whenever I go to LA or whatever for work or New York. I typically take that with me, and it's kind of like my gaming hub. It's enough space to have my PC handheld as well as some accessories, and I just feel comfortable having that with me. Now, they not only have, bags, but they also have pouches, tote bags, pretty much any kind of bag that you need. Definitely check them out. Now, if there's something that I didn't mention, or if you have any questions about anything, let me know down in the comments below. I have links to all this stuff down below. I appreciate your time, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.